Why do we all have that one friend who is short as hell? Like, they are vertically challenged to the extreme. You literally need to look down at a 45-degree angle just to make eye contact with them. And they'll always try to lie about their height. Like, you'll call them out for lying about it, and they'll be like, no, I actually am that tall. I measured myself recently. Like, brother, where did you measure yourself? In your imagination? And they'll literally get harassed every single day for being short. Like, someone will use their head as an armrest like they're a piece of furniture. People will ask, hey, how's the weather down there? For the 47th time that week. And someone will say, oh wait, I didn't even see you there, because they're operating at a Smurf level height. And the funniest part is when they try to act tough or intimidating. They'll try to square up and look threatening, but it's like watching an angry toddler trying to fight a full-sized gorilla. Like, it's gotten to the point where I have to start watching where I'm stepping, because if I'm not careful enough, I might accidentally step on them. Subscribe for a kiss. Why do we all have that one friend you cannot talk to for 2 months, but still be best friends? Like, you can go weeks without texting, not see each other for what feels like forever, have absolutely zero communication. And then the second you reconnect, it's like no time has passed at all. You'll finally text them after 8 weeks of pure silence, and just casually be like, bro, do you want to hang out? And they'll respond like, yeah, sure, what time? And then you're just back to normal. And when you finally do hang out with them, there's no weird, uncomfortable feeling. Like, you guys just instantly start dying of laughter and start talking about the most random stuff ever. Like, you guys literally go to different schools, live in different cities, have completely different schedules, and the friendship still works. But if I dare ignore one of my other friends for 0.2 seconds, I'm getting blocked, deleted, erased from their existence, and getting a restraining order filed against me. Subscribe for a kiss. Why do we all have that one friend who is still obsessed with their ex? Like, they broke up 6 months ago, yet they act like it happened yesterday. Every single conversation somehow loops back to their ex. You could be talking about literally anything. Pizza, the weather, video games, quantum physics, and they'll find a way to bring up their ex. You'll be like, bro, I'm thinking about getting a new phone. And they'll be like, yeah, my ex had that phone. They used to text me on it all the time. Like, bro, nobody asked. We're talking about phones, not your failed relationship. And then they stalk their ex's social media like it's a full-time job. They know everything their ex is doing. Every post, every story, every like, they stalk it all. And don't even get me started on when their ex starts dating someone new. That's when they completely lose it. They go so crazy that I sometimes genuinely start considering putting them in a mental hospital for their own safety. Like, bro, they really need a serious reality check and maybe some therapy, because this level of obsession is not normal. Subscribe for a kiss. Why do we all have that one friend who just loves to rage bait teachers? Like, the teacher will be having the worst day of her life, screaming at the whole class, threatening to delete everyone from existence. Everyone is just frozen, praying they don't make eye contact with the teacher. And the teacher is just red as a tomato yelling, all of you be quiet right now. Everyone's dead silent, and then your friend goes, what if I don't want to? What are you going to do about it? The second he says that, my soul escapes my body. I'm sitting there genuinely praying the teacher doesn't wipe him straight out of the planet. The teacher's like, I'm calling your parents right now. And he just says, bro, do you really think my parents care? Go call them in front of the class right now. The entire class goes into shock. The teacher's mouth is open, but no words are coming out. She finally points a shaky finger at the door and screams, get the hell out of my classroom now! And your friend just smirks, packs his bags, and walks straight out of the classroom. Like, bro, at this point I'm convinced he rage baits teachers for his own pure joy, because there's no way a normal human being is this calm while getting himself expelled. Subscribe for a kiss. Why was your cousin's mom coming to tell you guys to be quiet in the middle of the night the scariest thing ever? Like, you're all having the time of your lives, literally dying of laughter, and suddenly you hear footsteps coming down the hallway. You all immediately go into your fake sleeping positions like you've been rehearsing for this moment your entire lives. Then the door creaks open, and it's your cousin's mom doing the nightly inspection. She's standing in the doorway like a detective, and you can feel her eyes scanning the room, looking for any sign that you're all faking. Then just when all of you guys think you've convinced her that you are asleep, she finally opens her mouth and says, I know you're all awake. It's 2 in the morning. If I have to come back down here, you're all going to regret it. And those words hit like a truck. Your soul leaves your body, and you just have to faintly whisper, yes ma'am, it won't happen again. And then she just walks out and slams the door shut. Like, bro, at this point, I'm never talking past midnight at a sleepover ever again, because the way I thought I was going to get wiped off the planet was not it. Subscribe for a kiss. Why do we all have that one friend who has the worst vision ever? Like, if they don't have their glasses on, they are practically blind. Like, you two will just be walking in public, and they'll see someone walking toward them and be like, oh wait, is that Sarah? And you look, and it's literally a 40-year-old man. Like, brother, how do your eyeballs have that big of a skill issue that they thought a full-grown man was Sarah from math class? And the funniest part is when they try to read something without their glasses, and they start trying to use pure willpower to improve their vision. They'll scrunch up their entire face, lean forward, and stare intensely like their eyeballs will suddenly start working properly. Like, bro, just wrap it up. It's not gonna give you X-ray vision. And don't even get me started on when they lose their glasses. It becomes a whole emergency situation. They're running around on the verge of tears like, I can't find my glasses. Where are they? Like, bro, how do you expect to find your glasses when you can barely see without them? Maybe you shouldn't have fried your eyesight playing all that Roblox, because now real life has started looking like Minecraft. Subscribe for a kiss. There is no better feeling than having a friend who has the exact same humor as you. Like, you'll make a joke that's so stupid that literally nobody else would find it funny. And instead of looking at you like you just spoke in ancient Latin, they immediately understand and start dying of laughter. And everyone around you who doesn't understand the pure brain rot jokes you guys make starts staring at you like you need to be sent to a mental institution. Like, bro, I promise we're not insane. You just don't get the level of peak humor we have. But the worst part is when you try to use the same humor around your other friends, and they all start looking at you like you just shot somebody in front of their eyes. Meanwhile, if I said that same joke to my bestie, they would be dying on the floor with tears coming out of their eyes. Like, at this point, me and my friend can never separate, because if we do, I'm never finding anyone who can comprehend my level of humor ever again. Subscribe for a kiss. Why do we all have that one friend that everyone mistakes as your sibling? Like, we don't even look alike, yet everybody within a 50-mile radius comes up to us and asks, "Are you guys siblings or just friends?" Like, brother, take one good look at us and tell me what you think. And the funniest part is when you say you guys are siblings as a joke, and they fully believe it like, "Oh yeah, I knew you guys were siblings. Which one is the oldest?" And you two just start lying like, "Oh yeah, he's 2 years older than me. I was born in February and he was born in December." And they're just nodding their heads like, "Yeah, that makes sense. He looks older." Like, bro, how can't you tell we're not siblings? We're not even the same skin shade. I look like a burnt, crispy potato that got left in the oven too long, and they are paler than snow. And then they start trying to find similarities that don't even exist. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you guys have the same nose." Like, no, we don't. They have a cute little button nose, and my nose looks like a sculpture straight from ancient Egypt. Like, at this point, we might have to take a DNA test, because the way people are so convinced we are siblings, we might as well just be related. Subscribe for a kiss. Why was there always that one kid who accidentally farted while the class was watching a movie? Like, the teacher puts on some random documentary, turns off the lights, and the room is dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. And suddenly, from the back of the room, you just hear someone rip the fattest, most devious fart you've ever heard in your entire life. And the whole class immediately starts bursting out laughing. But then your face gets slapped with the most disgusting stench your nose has ever smelled before. Everybody starts immediately evacuating the area like there's a fire drill. And the poor soul who just let it rip starts trying to cover it up like, "Bro, I swear it wasn't me. It was my chair scraping against the floor." And he starts violently moving his chair back and forth to prove his innocence. Like, brother, we know the truth. A plastic chair cannot produce a sound that powerful or an odor that deadly. Then they'll try blaming it on you like, "It wasn't me, it was him." Like, bro, don't put this crime on me. My internal organs are not radioactive. Whatever you ate for lunch needs to be classified as a biological weapon. Subscribe for a kiss.